boxing fans are buzzing with anticipation. Analysts are split down the middle, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Terence "Bud" Crawford is stepping into uncharted territory, moving up 2 full weight divisions to face the reigning super middleweight king, Saul Canelo Alvarez. It's the kind of matchup that electrifies the sport. A pound-for-pound wizard challenging a walking powerhouse in a classic clash of speed versus strength, brains versus brawn. Canelo isn't just another champion, he's a 4-division world titleist, the undisputed ruler at 168 pounds.
Dos más. 9, no más, vamos.
And a veteran of the ring with names like Gennady Golovkin, Dmitry Bivol, and Caleb Plant on his resume. Known for his granite chin, vicious body shots, and almost supernatural ring composure, Canelo's dominance at super middleweight is undisputed. He's fought bigger men and walked through their fire. He's been the standard, now he faces the disruptor. Enter Terence Crawford. At 147 pounds, Crawford cleaned out the welterweight division with a rare combination of adaptability, counterpunching finesse.
He went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
And laser-like precision. His recent dismantling of Errol Spence Jr. only solidified his status as one of the most complete fighters of this generation. But taking on Canelo, that's a different mountain entirely. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, and I always come out on top, Crawford declared at a press event. His tone as calm as it was defiant. He's gonna get hit too. It's gonna be a good one. For Bud, it's more than just a belt. This is legacy. This is about carving his name into the stone of boxing immortality. A win over Canelo would catapult him into the upper echelon of all-time greats, a feat few dared to even attempt. Still, the risks are towering. Moving up 2 divisions means facing someone who walks around at a much heavier natural weight, who's used to taking punches from much bigger men. Can Crawford's elite skill set, impeccable timing,
There we go. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's right, wait
Uh-oh.
champ.
Box away into that power. Box away. There we go. There we go.
and ring IQ offset Canelo's raw power and physicality? Not everyone's buying the noble narrative. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, never one to shy away from controversy, recently stirred the pot with some pointed comments about Crawford's motives. "Crawford needs the money, that's why he don't like me, 'cause I speak real," Davis said in a fiery interview that's since gone viral. "This ain't about legacy, it's about a check." And that wasn't all. Tank threw serious shade at Crawford's recent physical evolution, suggesting something shady might be behind Bud's bulked-up appearance. "How the F is he looking this strong over the past year? That's SNA," Davis quipped, alluding without direct accusation to possible enhancements. While Davis didn't provide evidence, the jab landed. Fans and critics began debating not just the matchup, but the motivations behind it. Is Crawford chasing greatness or cashing in? Regardless of the chatter, the fight promises high drama. It's more than a test of power versus precision. It's a battle of 2 distinctly different boxing worlds. Can a smaller, smarter man outmaneuver a heavier, more dangerous one over 12 intense rounds? Or will the brutal reality of size and strength end Crawford's daring dream? If Crawford pulls it off, it may go down as one of the greatest upsets in boxing history.
Some rounds with the GOAT. One of the GOATs. You know what I mean? 2 GOATs.
But if Canelo crushes him, many will wonder whether the jump was simply too much even for a generational talent. This isn't just a fight. It's a reckoning for both men, for their legacies, and for what modern boxing stands for. As the hype swells around Terence "Bud" Crawford's daring leap into the super middleweight deep end, the voices of caution and praise are growing louder and more divided. On one side stands Manny Pacquiao, a living legend who knows firsthand the dangers of climbing weight classes. On the other, Hearn, one of boxing's most powerful promoters, who believes Crawford may be built for this moment, even if Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to hear it. Pacquiao, now enshrined in the Hall of Fame and still revered as one of boxing's few true multi-division conquerors, recently shared a sobering dose of reality, speaking from deep personal experience, specifically his 2010 clash with the much larger Antonio Margarito. For a 154-pound title, Pacquiao issued a clear warning to Crawford. "Canelo has the big advantage," Manny said bluntly, pulling no punches in his assessment. "This fight will not be easy. Crawford is very skilled, but size matters when you're going against someone like Canelo." Pacquiao's wisdom runs deeper than just weight. His insights came with a metaphor that spoke volumes. "It's like preparing for a math exam. You study math, not English. You need to train specifically for the challenge in front of you." In other words, this isn't just about raw speed or ring IQ, it's about precision preparation for an opponent with a unique combination of power, patience, and championship pedigree. Crawford, Pacquiao warned, must tailor every aspect of his training to the realities of facing a fighter who's not only comfortable at 168 pounds, but has conquered it. It's not just a step up, it's a step into enemy territory. Still, not everyone is convinced that the size differential will be Crawford's undoing. In fact, some believe it's precisely this type of challenge that brings out Bud's best. Enter Eddie Hearn, the British boxing mogul closely associated with Canelo's career. In a surprising twist, Hearn has gone public with doubts about how this matchup might play out for the Mexican superstar. "Honestly, it's a bad fight for Canelo," Hearn admitted, pulling back the curtain on conversations he's had behind closed doors. "He actually messaged me about it. He wasn't happy I said that, but I'm just being honest." Hearn's criticism didn't come lightly. While he still considers Canelo one of the sport's most elite champions, he pointed to Alvarez's recent performance against Jaime Munguia as a warning sign. He never really got out of first gear. The fire wasn't there. If that same Canelo shows up against Crawford, he's in for a nightmare. What makes Crawford such a problem, Hearn argues, isn't just his skill, it's his adaptability. A master switch hitter who can pivot mid-fight, change angles, and frustrate opponents with a versatile toolbox, Crawford reminds many of the fighter who gave Canelo one of his few defeats, Dimitri Bivol. Crawford's ability to fight off the back foot, to control distance, to be calm under pressure, that's the blueprint, Hearn said. It's not that he hits harder or is bigger, it's that he can make Canelo hesitate. And if you make Canelo hesitate, you steal rounds. And yet, even as Hearn lauded Crawford's attributes, he tempered the legacy talk. If he wins, yes, it's huge. Maybe the biggest win of his career. But top 5 of all time? No, not yet. His resume just isn't there. Still, Hearn admitted that spending time around Crawford can be infectious. There's no doubt in his mind. That belief is real, and when you're around that kind of confidence, it's hard not to start buying into it. The storyline writes itself. A smaller, slicker technician moving up to face a bigger, harder-hitting champion. History is filled with cautionary tales, but also with legends who broke the rules.